How's it going, everybody? Daner here with North Central Coins, and today we're going to be discussing some of the different options that are out there when it comes to storing your coin collection. Now, as you can see, I've gone through quite a bit of trial and error in my coin collecting journey. I've tried out just about every different form of storage option that there is, from the cardboard albums to the more gourmet looking proof set albums. We got the Lighthouse. We got the Unisafes up there. We got the Whitmans. I'm going to be getting into things like coin jars, coin tubes. And we also have some of the boxes here, which are some of my favorite storage options, especially this nickel box right here. I'm going to break this open and show you guys what this looks like on the inside, because this is a great option for coin roll hunters. We also have the slabs right here, and we got some coin capsules right there. So we got a whole lot to cover in this video. Before I do start breaking all of this down, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not and you would like to see more coin collecting content just like this. And then what do you say we get into it and I start breaking down some of the many options out there when it comes to storing your coin collection. So I figure we'll start in the front and kind of work our way back in this massive pile here. But first, I'm going to show you guys these albums. These are the Warman's albums. I believe they are only available for American coins. You can get them for quarters. That is what I got them for. I think they are around 15 bucks a piece, and it's actually good because you can get these on Amazon. You can see I actually got a few in there right now, but these are a pretty good option if you are just starting out your coin collecting journey, especially if you're just trying to collect all of the different state quarters. They're pretty cheap, they're very accessible, you don't have to go to any coin stores, you can just pick them up on Amazon. And these are the Warmans. And they're also a little bit higher quality as well. A lot of these cardboard albums, when you put the coins in the back, they will actually tear through, but these are a slightly higher quality. The coins don't really rip through the back there, so these are a pretty good option. Now, as far as albums go right now, I would say this company, Lighthouse, is definitely killing it. They have some high quality albums that I actually don't have here that I'm going to be adding very soon. They're about 50 bucks a pop, so they're a little bit more expensive, but they are definitely the creme de la creme of the modern coin albums. But I did pick up this one for some penny hunts I'm going to be doing in the future. These are all right. You do have to be very careful when you pick up albums that have this, this plastic holders right here for the coins, because sometimes the plastic, if it's a low quality, can actually damage the coins. I believe Lighthouse has done their due diligence and it is high enough quality that you can trust this plastic, but still, I wouldn't really want to put anything too valuable and numismatic into these kind of plastic holders right here. I would suggest putting it in more of a high quality coin flip that you know doesn't have any plastic that's going to damage your coins, because that's the last thing you want to do when you're storing your coins, is damage them any more than they are when you get them. So, Lighthouse Canada, definitely check those albums out. They have all the different Canadian coin denominations. They also have commemoratives, and like I said, they have the gourmet albums, which I'm going to be picking up, and they are awesome. I'm going to be showing you guys that in the future, so stay tuned for some of my future hunts. But let's get into these albums over here. These ones are awesome. This one I actually love. This is for mint sets, and I don't think I actually have any in here right now. But this is, I believe, Guard Safe is the company, sorry, Guard Master Numismatic Storage System. And in terms of storing your proof sets, these are actually a great option. A lot of the time, when you buy lots of proof sets, they will actually come with the envelopes all torn and ripped up. So you might as well just get rid of those envelopes, throw them in here, and they display pretty nicely as well. If you have other albums, you can just pull this out and go through them very quickly. I have another album here for proof sets by Unisafe. Now, Unisafe, this proof album is actually not too bad. I think I have a few proof albums in here, but they have the paper backings in this album, similar to a lot of the Bill albums that you'll see. And Unisafe isn't too bad, but I do not like their coin albums at all, which I will show you right here. Let's take a look at the Unisafe coin albums. Now, these I've been using for a while, but I do not trust the plastic inside of these. You can see I got a couple silver dollars in there. Nothing too crazy, just a 1949. I don't even know what that one is, a 65. and I think that's a nickel dollar there. These are good because they do list all of the key dates, but in terms of this plastic, I do not know how reliable it is. I would not put anything with any numismatic value in here. If you're just gonna collect like dirty old pennies from hunts and try and get date sequences, these can be not too bad of an option, because sometimes you can actually pick these up pretty cheap from like $5 to $10. I got all mine in lots on eBay, so I paid around $5 or less each for all of the albums. I have every single denomination, but I'm going to be upgrading to the Lighthouse albums very soon because I'm not too big of a fan of these ones right here. But still, when it comes to Canadian, if you're starting off, these are a decent option at least. So, I guess when it comes to albums, the last one we are going to cover here today are these bad boys. The tried and true Whitman albums. I don't know if I want to say tried and true, because even though these things are probably one of the oldest and most recognizable forms of storing your coins, I hate these things. A lot of the time when you put your coins into these little holders, they will actually break through the back of them. And not only that, but a lot of the time they will also fall out of the front. They can be very tricky to actually squeeze into these. Sometimes you have to push really hard with your thumb. And if you're not wearing gloves, that could damage the coin. So you definitely don't want to do that. At one point, these were definitely the standard when it came to coin collecting, but I think the technology has definitely evolved, and there is really no point in using these anymore. Whitman still make a lot of other great products, but I think there's just a lot better options out there, especially Lighthouse. Something I'm sure just about every single coin collector has, or at least starts with, is a coin jar. Now, these are great for storing lots of scrappy coins. Like in here, I have all my scrappy George VI pennies. Not all of them, but just some of them, because sometimes I run out of rolls. And just chucking them in a jar can be a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. But if you also want to store your scrap silver, jars can be a great option as well. They're very cheap. You can pick them up from the dollar store. You obviously just want to make sure that the glass is not such low quality that it's going to damage the coins inside. But usually if you're just storing your scrap silver, your scrap copper, or your scrap coins, it doesn't even really matter anyways. I'm just putting these in here to save a little bit of space in my other boxes, and coin jars are a very great economic solution to that. Coin tubes are one of my favorite options for sure. They're very economical, and they also save a lot of space, because you know, if you are married or you have a girl or you live with your parents, when your coin collection starts taking over the entire house, they can start nagging at you, so it's good to be able to have your collection as condensed as possible. Now when it comes to storing individual coins, there are quite a few options. You can buy coin flips, cardboard coin flips. You can buy these plastic slabs, which are basically like imitations of a PCGS or NGC slab. And I only suggest using these if you maybe have like a nicer coin. This is a dime I found in one of my early coin roll hunts. Definitely has a nice cameo on it for sure. But these things can be super pricey. You can pay like $5 for them each, and honestly, when you're paying that kind of money, you might as well just send your coin off to be graded, or just put it in a cardboard flip and save the money and buy another silver coin. Because this dime is probably worth like $5, so when the holder is worth as much as the coin, you know, that's a little bit silly, but I printed off my own little label up there, so at least I'll know forever, hey, that's the 1962 heavy cameo that I found in one of my early hunts. Here's another example right here we have on this $50 1968. My buddy sent me this. And you know, this one doesn't really look as fancy, but it still probably costs like $3 to $5. So a little overpriced in my opinion, but if you want to display your coins, or if you have like an old PCGS box sitting around, I guess this can be a good option if you want to put them all into the box and have them all categorized like that. But not the biggest fan of these slabs. These capsules are similar. They're definitely a cheaper option when it comes to storing your coins in a slab-like form. They're more of like what I would call a capsule, and a lot of the time you can buy boxes where you can keep them all in the box, all sequenced, kind of like slides. But at the same time, I'm not sure the quality of the plastic, and I'm not sure when the coin dings around in there, because sometimes even though it has this foam or this rubber or whatever, the coin will still slide and ding around a little bit in there. So I don't know in terms of damage how good these are for the coin, but in terms of presentation, they look pretty nice in here. If you're selling them and you buy these in bulk, they'll definitely add a little spice to your sale and make it more attractive to people. Now we have the cardboard flip boxes. Now I absolutely love these things. You can see I have several of them, 3 right here, and I think these are absolutely great for organizing your finds. You don't have to do it in the same way as me, but that is definitely a good way I have found has worked. I just separate them all with little empty cardboard flips here, and then like you can see I have all my nice toonies I found, all my nice pennies. What do we have there? Loonies, heirs, what's this? $50, Newfoundland, and it's pretty much the same for all the different boxes I have. I have that all organized as well, and it is basically the best way, in my opinion, to be able to organize all your flips. There's really no other way, unless you just want to keep them all in like piles on your desk, but I definitely do not suggest that. These things are pretty cheap. You can usually grab them from like $5 to $10, so for organization and condensing your collection down, you can actually stack these boxes on top of each other. They can fit into cabinets, they can fit into shelves. They are one of my favorite options, and I definitely suggest, whether you are experienced or just starting out your coin collecting journey, that you pick up a few of these boxes and also pick up some cardboard flips as well, because these are one of the best options for storing your individual coins. You just also want to make sure that the plastic in the coin flips is a high enough quality that it doesn't actually damage any of the coins, because that's the last thing you want to do. Is when you're storing your collection, you do not want to damage it to any further of a point than when you found it. Now I'm definitely excited to show you guys this box, and this is a little bit more pricey. I picked this up on eBay for around $30 I think, but I was willing to pay the money because it is labeled Nickels rolled coin, and not only that, but it comes with all of these plastic tubes on the inside. Now, it comes with enough plastic tubes to fill the entire box up, which is great. And basically, this is where I keep all my great nickel finds from all my coin roll hunts, is in this box. I have almost all of the rolls labeled. You can see that's all my old Jeffersons I found in hunts right there. These are probably like 64s and 65s or something like that, maybe 62s. What do we got here? Low mint, so these are probably like 38s and 48s. But this is a great option. They have this for just about all the different denominations as well. I think you can get them for quarters, dimes, pennies, just about any denomination. All the different boxes are color coded, so this one is yellow for nickels, but I believe the quarters and pennies and dimes are all different colored boxes. So I'm going to pick up more of these for sure in the future, especially for quarters, because I accumulate a lot of quarter finds in my hunts, and this is the best way to be able to organize them in coin tubes, in my opinion. I also really like the white tubes on the inside. They are pretty high quality, and I don't really have any complaints about them. What's this? 53 to 54 or 58. But a great option when it comes to storing your mass finds from your coin roll hunts. Well, I think that is just about going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you find it helpful. Like I said at the beginning, I know it can be super overwhelming, whether you are an experienced or novice coin collector, when it comes to storing your coins, especially when they start stacking up and you start having oodles and piles of them, and you don't really know what to do with them all. So I hope this breaks it down and makes it a little bit easier for you, and you don't have to make some of the mistakes that I made when I started my collecting journey. But if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not, I would really appreciate it. If you would like to buy any of my merch, it should be down below the comments section. The new coin roll mats are there right now. We have pennies and nickels, quarters and dimes should be on the way, as well as a few other designs, but that's pretty much it today, guys. So until the next one, everybody, peace out and have a good one, y'all.